Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Sorry for the muted audio there. It's the Totally Awesome Radical Christmas Show. And I am joined by my totally awesome radical son, Draco, and my totally awesome radical wife, Laura Beth. We are doing the release of our new album, Totally Awesome Radical Christmas, which you can get at totallyawesomeradicalchristmas.com, which are classic Christmas songs, but done in the style of the 80s. So fun. Absolutely should go get it. We're going to be playing the whole album tonight. And we're also going to have opportunities to give the album away. And we got some gift certificates for you that you can win. So stick around for that. So why the 80s? I'll tell you why. Because the 80s were great. Because it was fun and it was joyous and it was optimistic and hopeful. It's kind of the opposite of everything that's in my feed. I don't know about your feed. But it seemed to me like we could really, really use some positive energy, and the music was fantastic. In fact, honestly, if you're not from the 80s, if you weren't there, it's almost hard to describe how positive it was. It was crazy. It was like every week something magical happened. It was like there was computers and there was video games. And then there was Walkmans. You could walk around listening to your music. That was not a thing before. And then they came out with CDs, which looked like they were from space or something. And then there was the space shuttle was going up, and it was just like, it just never stopped. And you'd go to the movies. So in the 80s, you go to the movies and you're standing there at the theater and you're going, let's see, what should I see? Should I see Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Superman? I mean, it was crazy. They were all so good, we're still making them. And the music especially, super positive. And, I mean, it's not like there weren't any challenges in the 80s. It's just that somehow they were still positively spun, especially in the music. And people would be listening to, like Billie Jean, Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, dancing to it. I'm pretty sure Billie Jean is about a paternity lawsuit. I swear. But it's all positive, and Quincy Jones produced it and all that stuff. So when it came time to do the album as 80s stuff, I thought this is it, because it's just so fun and such a great time, and I wanted that to be part of our tradition. I mean, I don't know about you, our Christmas playlist has been the same for like 30 years, and it's got Andy Williams, Frank Sinatra, and Mannheim Steamroller, and all this stuff. So, so I just thought let's put at least one more addition in there, and so like I said, we're going to listen down, and then every couple of tunes maybe we're going to do a little thing. Where I'm going to break out the most iconic synthesizer from the 80s, the Yamaha DX7. If you know, you know. If you don't, you've heard it and you didn't realize it. It's the synthesizer that the sound of it defined the 80s. And we're going to do a little thing, like almost name that tune. I'm going to pull up some famous sounds from that synthesizer, play a couple little parts from iconic songs, and whoever can guess which song it is and the fewest notes fastest, we'll get a copy of the album, and we got a gift certificate for you, and like that. So, yeah, I do. It's my original DX7. I got it when I was a kid. I had posters of it on my wall as a young musician. Like some people had Farrah Fawcett. I had my DX7. That's what I wanted, and I got it, and I still have it. I still just absolutely treat it with kid gloves. Make yourself heard in the chat roll. Mrs. Verta back there is watching, and your comments could pop up on the screen at any time. So, but if it's golden and a gem, we want to see it. And also, Christmas is as much about tradition and family as anything. So if you have a particular tradition, something that's really special to you guys and your family, let us know about it. Because I think it's important for us to remember that our Christmas and our traditions and our things we do in our family, that's the world we can control. And we can make that as happy or prosperous or joyous as we want. We really do have control over that. And I think having your own stuff that you guys do every year, music that you listen to, traditions that you have, is how you cement that and how you fight the doom scrolling and all that. So, yeah, somebody says I watched Die Hard and Christmas Vacation. Right, I think that's one of the most common ones is the Christmas movies. I think it's why we argue about whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or Gremlins is a Christmas movie, because that's so many people's traditions. For us, as soon as the Christmas music comes on in the house, the whole vibe changes, and we don't hit it exactly the day after Thanksgiving, but it's not that not that far behind. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start. There's 12 classic songs on the album. Again, totally awesome. RadicalChristmas.com, and always be closing.
Well,
Always be
tell,
closing.
tell them the story.
What's that? Oh, well, how the album came about?
Yes.
Okay,
How,
all right.
how Once Upon a Time.
All right. I'll tell you how the album before we play it. So this is her fault. It's her idea. Is the bottom. That's what she wants you to tell you.
Because I have been listening. I make him listen to Mannheim Steamroller.
Right.
And he's like, I hate this.
Yeah, she
'Cause
over.
I've been dancing to that since the 80s. Like, it's Christmas
Yeah.
plus, you know, and like high energy and upbeat and dancey.
She said a couple of years ago. She said you should do an '80s Christmas album. And I thought it was just joking, so I laughed it off. And then she did that again the next year, and I thought she was joking, and I laughed it off. And I think it was last year. She's like, no, but
No,
seriously.
seriously, it's time for you to make Christmas.
Yeah,
an
so-
80s Christmas album.
So if you don't like it, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. She does. So mission accomplished. Happy wife.
my fault.
Happy. Yeah, right. There you go.
You're welcome.
So, okay, so we're going to start. This is the first song that I wrote for the album. It's Joy to the World. And, you know, in 80s fashion, all these songs are performed by live musicians, actual musicians in a studio. Like there's about 15 of them. And live horn sections, live string section, monstrous players, really great guys. Most of them studio players from way back in the day who recorded on all this stuff and know how to do it really legit. So it was a lot of fun, and we'll talk about some of the players that are featured as we go. But it's the first thing I wrote. It's the first one on the album. Enjoy. It's Joy to the World. There you go. Joy to the world. Yeah, so somebody asked who did the cover art, and that was done by Giancarlo Lari, who may even be among us tonight. Yeah, hand painted. Again, it was like that thing. Get an artist out. We try to do as legit as possible. So get a guy to paint it, and it's a full painting, and yeah. So that's the '80s. You can feel it. It was just in there. And it's a little embarrassing how easy it was to slide in there. That sax solo, you will hear a lot of him tonight. You can look him up. His name is Jesse McGinty. It's Jesse. McGinty, and monstrous player, fantastic. Drums on that track is Jeff Falcone, a dear lifelong friend, and fantastic drummer. He's the drummer on almost all the tracks on the album tonight. So a lot of synths in there. Did you play in that one, or is that just me?
I did not play on it.
Okay, yeah, so all right. So the synths are no, all the synths are not DX7s. There's Oberheim stuff. There's all the stuff that was period accurate. There's nothing on the record that wasn't period accurate. So there's Oberheim, there's JX8Ps, there's JP, there's what else? There's Juno 106s, and a couple of others. So, but yeah, all the drum machine sounds are all from the period. Just tried to be as legitimate as we possibly could. So yeah, and guitars in that one, that was I think that was Court Clement. It was either that or Hayden Maringer, who we're going to be hearing from in a couple of tunes, who's absolutely monstrous as well. Okay, all right, second tune, and then we'll do one of our giveaways. Second tune is Jingle Bells, which was tough because how do you make Jingle Bells in any way cool? It took a minute for me to figure it out, but I think so. Let's see if we go. So this is Jingle Bells, and we'll talk about it again after. This one also features on guitar. This is Court Clement is on it. Who else is playing on Jingle Bells? Well, we'll find out. Probably Jesse. I know I'm playing organ on it. Jingle Bells, here we go. Icon. There you go. Yeah, that was Court on guitar, and that was the best I could do with Jingle Bells there. I thought it came out all right. So fun. So yeah, did you have a question, baby?
No.
No. Okay. So all right. So it is time to do our first little giveaway thing here. And so as I talked about, there's this synth, and it's the Yamaha DX7, and I guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you, that you've heard this synth, if for no other sound than this one. That's that's the 80s in one sound. But yeah, somebody said Doogie Howsers. There's a ton of them, that sound especially. But there's actually a ton of sounds that are used from the DX7. And as I thought about this little contest, I thought I want to make this really hard. So I'm not going to tell you what song it is. It's going to be this really obscure, probably, but iconic part from a song using a patch. In this case, it's a harmonica patch. It's called a harmonica patch. I don't know that that's exactly what it is. So I'll play it for you. You guys get yourselves ready. Get on the chat rolls. How are you going to say? First one, two, who can name the song, gets a copy of the album, and we got a gift certificate. How much is the gift certificate for? What is it?
$25.
$25? 25, that's something. All right, we'll take that. Take that. Okay, guys, ready? Okay, I got to get the name of the tune. Got to get the name of the tune.
Oh.
Got to get the name of the tune. Who's going to get the name of the tune? Oh, damn it, I know this.
I have the chat roll right here, so I can.
I'm watching. Really? One more time? What's Love? There it is. What's Love got to do with it? That's the one. Song and Wind. Put him up there. Song and Wind. Her, whoever. Sorry, let me know. What's Love got to do with it? That is the tune. Well done. Right? Now you'll go back and listen to it. I was going to play the tune, and then I thought, you know what, YouTube will just flag it and shut down the stream. I've had that actually happen to me live. I didn't want to do that. So, good job. That was actually not easy. But you knew it. It was in there somewhere. So, good job. Congratulations on that. Okay. Moving on to the next tune. And, you know, there's a thing about... I very deliberately made the record kind of like a radio mix, so that all the tunes have a different flavor, and they all have like a little bit of homage to something. Like there's like a little jukebox hero or something at the end of Jingle Bells there. I heard that little foreigner. This one has definitely got Toto in it. This one I was going for kind of a Toto thing. So see what you think. This is First Noel. And we'll talk about who a bunch of people played on this one, actually. So this is our Toto tribute, First Noel. There you go. First Noel. That tune has a bunch of people on it. I think that's Calvin Turner playing bass by way monstrous player. Guitar on that is Hayden Merringer, and Brian Kilgore is playing percussion on that. Jeff's on drums, and that's also got some Nashville horn section on it. It's Steve Patrick and the boys, the smoking section they're called. Fantastic brass work. And yeah, there's some geeky musician stuff in there with the tempo change, the tempo meter changes. So that's First Noel. That's a little Toto thing. So yeah, I play piano on that. I'm playing piano and keyboards on all of them, and then he's supplemental on a few of them. So now the next tune, I think it's my favorite one on the album because I'm doing the least on it. It's my take on God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and this is a Hayden Merringer feature. If you don't know who Hayden is, you might have seen him on he's been on a ton of stuff, but he's been on America's Got Talent, or it's one of those shows. Anyway, check him out, Hayden Merringer, a monstrous player and a great mixer. He's one of Universal Music Group's senior mixers with this incredible all analog signal chain. It's just crazy how legit it is. We print to tape. Everything is fat and sick on the board. It's so great. So Hayden Merringer could not give a big enough shout out to him, but we'll talk about him on the other side of this tune because you got to hear this. It's God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and I think is my favorite one. So here we go.
I think so too.
Yeah. That Hayden Maringer, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Yeah, that ending was. It's surprising how many of the studio endings left on this record, just because it just lets you know it's live. Some people were commenting on the mix. I should think so. That was mixed by Tom Lord Alge. He did a few on the record, and yeah, super tight. I think he did the next one as well. So there's your God Rest Ye. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you're digging it, totally awesome, radicalchristmas.com. Actually, and we made the purchase super simple. You go and you can download it right there. There's MP3s, good high quality MP3s, but also lossless waves. I didn't do streaming on it on purpose. Like, it's from the 80s. I want you to own it. You buy it and you own it. And no one can take it away from you. They can't turn it off. They can't censor it. You're not renting it. You own it. You buy it, and then you can have it forever. Ever and ever. You can do anything you want with it. Ownership. I was real big on that. So you can do that. And then and then I think if there's some demand, we'll do some CDs and we'll do LPs. It's one of those things. If you got them, I don't even know how many people still have CD players, but CD and vinyl, we will do that. In the meantime, you get yourself some files, you dance around the house, all that stuff. Totally awesome, radicalchristmas.com. Okay. All right. We're going to do time for another little giveaway here, right? As 4 tunes. All right. This one's either, I can't tell if this one's going to be super easy or super difficult, but I'm going to only play one note. And to me, I think this is like as iconic as any. We'll find out. So, you guys get ready. Get your little fingers ready. It's an octave. I'm going to play one octave, and then you're going to say, I know exactly what that is. You ready? Here we go. All right, let's see how long it takes someone. Let me give you one more. Top Gun, first one. There it is. Oh, no, look at that. Highway to the Danger Zone. He knew which film was. That is from the Top Gun anthem. There it is, right there. Congratulations. I didn't know if people were going to get that. You got it. Nice. Well done. Put him up. Put up the winner there. Yep.
Wait.
Rohan.
Rohan Band, yep.
Okay.
Rohan got it. Top Gun. Yeah. Yep. If you hold it, it does this stuff. But nobody ever holds it. It does that. There's a bunch of tunes actually that have that in there in various ways, but I think that was one of the. Oh, is that the Taco Bell ad? Is it kind of? Yeah, it might be that too. But I remember when we first heard it, and that was one of the presets that came with the DX7, and you think nobody's ever going to use it, but that was Harold Faltermeyer. And Harold Faltermeyer, who wrote, he wrote Axel F. and Beverly Hills Cop, and he was not afraid of using DX7 presets. He was not afraid of that at all, because at the time, there was just nothing that sounded like it. Good job. All right, what's next? What's number 5? Oh, yeah. Okay, number 5. Fifth one on the album. This is my Cars tribute, 100% Cars tribute, late Cars tribute. This is Good King Wenceslas. This was probably the third tune I wrote. I wrote this really early, and this was the one where this one cemented for me, like what this record was gonna sound like. So we got Simmons drums on this one. Jeff's not playing on this one. This is Simmons drums. Lots of keyboards on this. Are you on this one? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
I played the lead on this one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the lead line. This is Draco's. My boy playing the lead. I'm playing like decorative stuff, but he's playing the he's holding this one down. Yeah, that's cool. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be it. All right, so here we go. This is this is what is it? Good King Wenceslas?
Good King
Yeah,
Wenceslas.
all right. That's it. Here we go. you go. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, man, killed it.
Thanks.
Good job.
It was really fun to do.
Yeah, it's fun. So yeah, that was it's just for the composers. I know we got some musicians in the group. Man, what a good exercise this is. Taking these tunes, all these tunes are these very, very simple melodies, right? They're very simple and they don't go anywhere. They just repeat, and having to arrange them and figure out how to make B sections and bridges out of them is it's a great exercise. It's fantastic for you. So some of these really took a while to figure out, like, well, what do you do after the melody, and reharmonizing them and all that. So it's still, you can still recognize the melody, but the chords are totally different. So there you go. Okay. And that was also a Tom Lord Alge mix. This next one is the ballad, and it's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This is basically a quartet. This one is a Jesse McGinty feature. He's playing sax on it. A couple people have mentioned it. Jesse's a complete monster. I mean, everything.
Complete monster.
Everything he does, I love. I love his tone. I love his improvisational stuff. Just his style.
His solo, he totally
it's so
killed it.
great. Jeff's playing drums on this. Calvin Turner's on bass. This one also has a full violin string section. The Budapest String Orchestra is playing on it, and this one was mixed by the legendary Bill Schnee. If you know, you know. I mean, that he was on a few tracks on this album is amazing, and the solidest dude in the world. And so I'm super honored to have him had put his fingers on his fun hands on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. This should be it. And it's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. We'll slow it down. I think it's the only one we slow down for. So, grab your Christmas squeeze and and enjoy. Yes, Tom is the brother of Chris. Yes. All right. So have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Are you doing the thing? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Squeezing.
Thank you for the squeeze, baby. I love it. Jesse McGinty on sax. How about that? There you go. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's I love it when it's so simple like that. You know, some of why I think Bill Schnee was such a great person to mix that is because it was so that's like an early '80s kind of. There's sort of an air supply thing. But when you just got musicians playing, it's piano, little Rhodes, right? I was playing Rhodes stuff, and then you got Court Clements playing acoustic and a little bit of electric. You got a sax player, drums, and then strings. Like it's just musicians just playing. Let's keep it very simple. So yeah, that's our ballad. What is that, number 6?
Yep.
Does that mean we're ready for another giveaway?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I know which one I'll do. This is another hard one. Okay, so this is a bass sound that you've heard it a couple of times on this record already. It was used so often in the 80s. I was trying to think about where's the one where it sticks out the most and is the most like, where do you hear this sound the most? And this is the bass part from this tune. This is going to be hard. Let's see if you get it. Ready?
Okay. Someone said sticks.
Nope. Know that one? It's the most obvious use of the sound I can think of. Weird Science. There he is. Got it. Exactly. Danny Elfman. That was fast. Congratulations. Exactly. Weird Science. That is.
Sylvain.
Well done. Wow, you guys are impressive. Impressive.
Yep. Sylvain.
Sylvain?
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, congratulations. Yeah, put that up. Wow. I'm impressed. Yeah, that sound all just so one of the presets. Never heard anything like it. People used a ton of it. So there you go. So congratulations. Copy of the record. Gift certificate for you on its way. Okay. So we're at number 7, right? Yeah, well done. Which one is 7? Oh, yeah. Okay, right. This is I kind of went on the record. I kind of went backwards or back and forth between acoustic and like synth stuff. This is Hark. Are you on this one?
No, I'm not.
Okay. This is you're an Elf maniac. Well, that's how you know it's Danny Elfman. This is like a kind of maybe a Go West El DeBarge kind of thing on Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And again, like how do you keep it true to the thing and still move it forward? So see what you think on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. This is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. There you go. Hark the Herald Angels sing. Somebody asked, like what the studio musicians, how they felt about it. I will tell you, it's a tough first phone call. Hey, I'm working on a Christmas album. Yeah, it's an '80s Christmas album. Okay, but then when I would, give them a part that was right out of the '80s playbook, I could see a little, like you said, they'd light up a little bit. Like, wait, yeah, I remember that tone. And Court Clement is playing the guitar stuff on that high chord stuff. It's so great. It just says the sound right away. And that was always the challenge. Like, does it feel right? I think there was a little like a Destin Fidelis in there. I think I was going to do that, and I didn't do the tune, so I think I just used that part of that for the bridge in there. Anyway, so yeah, that's the sound. That's a drum machine sound. You got the tom fills, lots of Simmons drums in there, if you know, and that kind of busy synth bass. That one was a lot of fun to do. That was number 7, right? Okay, number 8. Oh, this one. Okay, so this is my Vince DiCola tune. This is my Rocky training montage take on "Oh Christmas Tree," which I went looking through the classic Christmas songs and I looked at "Oh Christmas Tree" and I'm like, well, yeah, what are you going to do with "Oh Christmas Tree"? And then I thought it was a challenge. So if you know Vince DiCola, if you don't, you'll recognize this sound. I think this is your workout. I think this is your workout tune on the album. I think this is the. Right?
Yeah.
This is the montage workout tune.
As soon as you mentioned Rocky montage, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds exactly like it.
Yeah, that's sort of
There's that exact quality in that.
Yeah, so
awesome.
Thanks Vince for the
This is the Staying Alive one, right?
I mean, I think there's a little of that in there. It's a thing.
I think that's the same.
There's no question this tune is a sound that only existed in the 80s. It's not before, not since. It's very distinctive.
Someone's on the
So
Cynthia
treadmill.
Rhodes should be dancing to it the whole time.
yeah. You're on the treadmill? Okay, we'll get on the treadmill. Here you go. This is this is "Oh Christmas Tree." Right, there you go. Yeah, right? The little Top Gun sound was in there. Yes. Yes. Race car vibes. Right, sure. I'll take that. I don't know. You know? I mean, that's the thing. Like, what is more 80s than a training montage, right? You're building up, you're getting stronger. Like you can't argue how much positivity there was in this era. And that's it, you know, you put the record on and you get back there and tackle the world. Totally awesome. RadicalChristmas.com. That's where you can get all these amazing songs. What was that? How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we due up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know which one. We're going to do another one.
Another giveaway.
Another giveaway. Yeah. So this is another one. I mean, you guys are good. You guys are better than I thought. So on these patches. This is another famous patch. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to play like even less than I thought I was going to do. See if you can get it on 2 notes. Okay. So everybody get ready. Get your fingers ready. I'll give you a second. Okay. Here we go. Here comes your opportunity. $25 gift certificate. Here it goes. I'm watching for it.
Old guys, someone said.
Hold on, see. Oh, please tell me I stumped them. Nothing yet. If I give you more,
Axel.
you gotta need the full Axel F. I'm sorry, I need the whole one. Duncan gets it. I'm sorry, you were a little faster, but you didn't get the full name. AXL is close. Axel F is in fact the correct answer. If you remember.
Congratulations, Duncan.
That's the one of the congratulations to you, Duncan. Well done. That's the marimba, one of the marimba patches.
Just on chat.
What's that?
Jeff Falcone's on the chat.
Oh, right on. Jeff, our drummer, is in the chat. Is he? Great. Fantastic. Yeah. Jeff, you've been getting a lot of love tonight because your performances were amazing. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of those patches on that tune. In that exact same part of the song as this other patch, it's just not a thing. That's the sound he used for that other part in there. Yeah, when that synth came out, everybody was using it. So, right on. Good job. 8. So what's 9? Oh, this next one, right? Okay. Good. So, the next tune, this was I think started out the hardest tune to do because it's I Saw 3 Ships. And if you just sing that in your head a little bit, you'll know that the melody is this one little ditty that's just repeated over and over and over again, the sing-song little ditty. And I was like, how do you so this was actually tough, and this tune changed a lot over the course of the record. It kept changing grooves and vibes, and even near the end, I completely changed the feel of it, trying to find the way to serve it up. I think we finally got there. It ended up.
This one might be one of my favorites.
Yeah,
it turned out really well.
Yeah, this ended up being like a Huey Lewis, maybe late stage Billy Joel kind of thing. Yeah, and so this is I Saw 3 Ships. This is also mixed by Tom Lord Alge. So here's another sound we haven't heard in a while, but it's fun. I Saw 3 Ships. Right on. Horns there. That's Steve Patrick, the leader of the smoking section horns here in Nashville. Killed it. Killed it. Had a lot of fun on it. And yeah, and that's Court Clement playing guitar on that. Got the tone just right. That was the other fun thing too, is, you can write the parts and you can go back and get the chords and all that stuff, but you gotta get the sounds, you gotta get the tones right. And I think they absolutely nailed it on that one. So that was a that was a fun one. And, for the guys who take my master classes, we'll go through the life cycle of that tune. Boy, did that change. You hear the demo and what that went through to end up there. But sometimes it's just how it is. You work it. Okay, what was that?
That was 3 ships.
Yeah, so there's one more. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, this next one, this is this is We Three Kings.
St. Nicholas.
Oh, no, you're right. Oh, you're right. St. Nicholas. Okay.
Bruce Hornsby.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
right.
Good call. All right.
Hornsby.
Sorry, wrong. So the next one is Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Okay, so here's how this tune came. I was like, I'm done with this album. I can't think of any other tunes to do. And Laura Beth said you should do a Bruce Hornsby kind of thing, which made sense because he was like I studied him so much, and so I just thought, well, that'd be fun to like can I get in the Bruce Hornsby head, and can I crib how would he do Jolly Old St. Nicholas? Which if you think Saw Three Ships is repetitive, so this is the hardest tune by far to do, by far. But it was also like, okay, let me give a little Bruce Hornsby love. So this is me trying to channel how Bruce Hornsby would do this tune, and we'll see. This also has harmonica on it. Thank you for buying the album there. That does help. It's totally awesome. RadicalChristmas.com. Really do appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Hope you enjoy it. Hope you play it. You can gift it. By the way, I made it, we built the website from scratch because, I'm super impatient with tech. I can't stand it. So it's like 3 clicks and you got it. And you can gift it to people. That was the thing I wanted to do because it's like exactly at that, it's like that stocking stuffer late Christmas, it's really, it's right in the sweet spot for those kinds of gifts. And so if you buy it, you can just type in the email of the person who gets it, a little note to them, and it just shows up. They get a QR code and a download link, and they've got it like that, have it forever. So that's something you are more than welcome to do. All right. So let's see. Yes, Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Okay. All right. Hornsby. We're coming down just a little bit. Oh, this has harmonica on it. DeMarco Johnson on this fantastic job. The rest of it is just like Hornsby did it. It was just me. It was just me. Oh, you know who else is on this? Is Mark Lettieri from Snarky Puppy's on here too, playing a little bit, just a little bit. But this was, this was Bruce style. Me like a Korg M1 doing a pad and a drum machine, and then me playing synth bass. Is try to do it legit. Try to do it real legit. Okay, here we go. Jolly old Saint Nicholas, little Bruce Hornsby in the house. Yeah, that's and it was done right on that piano right there, a Yamaha C7, most commonly recorded piano in the '80s, and and it's what it sounds like. It records like that. It's fantastic. There's a couple of mics on it. Call it a day. Somebody said somebody said Weather Channel vibes. Yeah, I spent more than a few cycles on the Weather Channel. Yeah, I have to admit that. So there you go. What was that? Are we due up for another tune? Yeah.
Yeah. I have, in fact, yes, been playing that.
Yeah,
all
Draco.
the time.
Yeah, Draco was actually really pushing to maybe he could replace my piano and do it himself. He can almost do it.
I almost can.
It's pretty solid, man.
But this is the funny thing. I didn't even know what this song even was. I only know it from his version, and so it's always stuck with me. So now I like to play it all the time.
You did not know Jolly Old Saint Nicholas?
I didn't even know that song existed.
Yeah,
No.
we haven't been playing a lot of because it doesn't exist in any form that's not
Right.
like
Yeah.
it only exists in that kind of
like a
children's
sing-song
thing. Yeah.
kind of thing.
So
I tried to find the original. I was like, this doesn't really sound like anything. This is the one that sounds like anything.
Right
This
on.
is the cool one.
okay, that song reminded me of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. Okay, right on.
Ha. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's been so long since I've heard of that.
So we got another sound for you. This is another bass sound. This one, I can't tell if this is going to be easy. This one, you guys are so good. This might be even easier. Especially because the line is so. But this sound, this sound actually got used a bunch, but I never heard it as used as pronounced as it is in this one tune. So get yourselves ready. Get yourselves ready. Everybody, it's coming. Okay, here comes the sound. You ready? This is as much as I'm going to give you. Watch how fast this is. Who's going to be first to it? Watch this be the stumper. I could play more of it, but I'm going to watch. I think a lot of people are beating their heads right now. Do it again.
Seinfeld theme. Someone said.
Nope. Oh, wow. Is this the stumper? I'm going to give you a little more time.
Who's Johnny?
Nope. Not
No.
Who's Johnny. I know it, but not the name. I have the other lines playing in my head. Boy, we didn't even figure what happens if nobody gets it.
Well, just wait a little bit. There might be somebody holding out because they think they shouldn't weigh in or something.
Oh, right, like somebody who's won previously.
Or just, somebody who's trying to be a good sport.
That's where it goes from there. Another part of me. Nope. Wow, I can't believe this is the one.
Just let's let it breathe here.
Mm-hmm.
Let it breathe.
Let's play it a couple more times. Only got a couple tracks left. You're gonna kill yourself again. Kick yourself when I tell you what it is. I do not know this one. Okay. We'll have to come up with another one. So that one is In Your Wildest Dreams. In Your Wildest Dreams. Go back and you listen to, it's like the whole tune. All right, we'll find another way to give you that give card. Let me see if I have another. Do I have another tune, sound on here that I hadn't planned? I have one to use yet. Maybe we'll see. So that was that one. Okay. All right. Let's move on. What do we got?
We Three Kings.
Oh, okay. Now it's time for We Three Kings. Okay. So this tune is what did I say? This one is it's almost a Peter Gabriel kind of. It's kind of in the vibe. This is probably the most unusual or distinctive one on the album, probably. Laura Beth's personal favorite. Again, it's We Three Kings, which is this one thing. But I figured out how we'd make a
You go Jazz Odyssey on it. only
it's
not
a little jazz odyssey. I don't know. We'll see.
it's
As long as
Fusion
people are
Odyssey,
dancing,
maybe.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, see what you think. Here we go. There you go. Yeah, my thinking is if you're with this, this is like the 11th tune on the record. We can throw that stuff in there. just going crazy on the guitar at the end there. So there's your We Three Kings. Calvin Turner on bass on that, killing, and Hayden Maringer's playing guitar in that. So there you go. There's that. How long did it take to compose the entire album? I wrote it over the course of. I wrote it over the course of a year, but it was really weekends. I'd say probably 2 months, 3 months maybe, all in. But that was stretched out. So, but it's one of those things. Some of these are harder than it looks. How do you do We Three Kings? So there you go. And yeah, the percussion on that was Brian Kilgore. I love all the authentic world stuff he did in there. Absolutely fantastic. Man, I got to go watch 80s movies now. Yes, and listen to 80s music. This is why we did this.
Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's one. All right, we've come to the last track on the record, and I think this is the second one I actually wrote. And you're on this, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, Draco's on this one too.
Like lead background synth.
Yeah, oh right, yeah, you're doing yeah. And this is my take on Deck the Halls. Again, stuff in this we only did in the 80s. For no good reason. We should bring it back. Just play this. Let's normalize this music. Music songs that had sections, live brass players. Yeah, everybody's on this one. I think Jeff's playing drums on this, killed it. Calvin's on this. Me, you, brass sections on this. Court and Hayden, everybody, and Jesse. Everybody's on this tune. All right. So, and then we'll come back. We'll do after this. We'll do one more little giveaway, and then that's an album. All right, so this is Deck the Halls. And there you go. That's a record. Right on. Man, that's the fun thing about bringing in such great players is,
Another purchase.
that. Oh yeah, thank you for that. Yes, thank you. Is this, the songs go places they don't go when it's just you. I mean, it's a collaborative thing. It's so fun to hear that. And yeah, and if you're like a patch nerd, like synth patch nerds, there's tons of stuff in there. Right at the end is the 1984 patch from Van Halen. It's right at the end in the build up. And that last fall is a patch I stole right off of the Nina 99 Luft Balloons record. There's somebody said earlier that they thought they heard the final countdown patch on Oh Christmas Tree. Yes, you did. It's exactly that patch. It's 100% that patch. And the Van Halen Jump Oberheim, that's all over this record. It's all over the place. There's tons of those. So if you're inclined, you can actually, if you go back and you listen, you can hear tons of those little things in there. Yeah, the synths, they're so distinctive, such a part of that era. Somebody asked if we're going to be doing physical media. Of course, if there's demand, absolutely, And it's the one thing I wasn't sure of. Like literally, they don't sell computers with stuff anymore. Nobody wants you to own anything. But I thought, you know what? If nothing else, you can have these files. But some people have asked about LPs. I'd be happy to do one. Do like a little thing or CD. So if when you go and buy the digital version, let me know, and maybe we'll do a thing so that if we do a physical version, you get a break on it or whatever it is. I think we should do something like that. So absolutely, just let me know. You just let me know you're interested, and we'll do that. So there you go. Yeah, vinyl. I mean, I think I think that'd be kind of like how I thought about it, and I just thought, I don't know, is anybody gonna listen to that? So, but there's an LP out there. All right, LP crowd. Okay, so I think we actually have two more to give away. I figured out. I don't think we're still going to be able to get that 601 away. It's going to be so obscure. But we're going to finish out our contest with something that's going to use this sound, which was it was all over. It was all over that whole thing. Right. That was that whole tune. That was the whole tune. But here's your song.
Okay.
So everybody just get ready. Yeah, somebody said the FM7 Rhodes. So let me tell you something. I have all the DX7 emulators, right? The digital versions of them, FM8, and none of them get this exactly right. And to test it, one of them, I can't remember which one of the DX7 emulators, the one I liked the best, I pulled this out and I just reprogrammed it, parameter for parameter, right with the VST one to see, and it is pretty close, but nothing sounds exactly like this real one. And so actually all the DX7 on the record was triggered MIDI and recorded analog. It's legit. All right.
Okay.
So you guys ready? Get ready. We gotta. You know what? I actually don't remember if I know how to play this. Let me see. Let me just try. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. You got it. Somebody's got to get it. Seconds. Watch this. Watch how fast this is. Again, I could have picked a million tunes. St. Elmo's Fire. There it is.
There it is.
Congratulations.
Source 4.
Yeah, tons of tunes. What's that one? Right? How's that tune go? How does Doogie Howser go? Anyway, I'll remember. But yeah, it's like. I can't remember it. It's right on the tip of my brain. Anyway, okay. So here, one more. Let me find if I can find this patch. And this one I will tell you if I can find it. What's that? Oh yeah, this is how it used to work. Cartridges. You put the cartridges in. Okay. Yeah, that's the sound. Okay. It starts a song. It's a train sound. It's really, really unusual. It had kind of a lot of stuff in it. Let's see. Can you name that one? It's super obscure. It's the start of a song. It's the start of a song.
And so far.
Yeah. This is so obscure. And it's kind of twisted on the recording.
The Gambler, someone said.
It doesn't use the horn. It doesn't use this part. It doesn't use this.
The heat is
But
on,
it uses
someone
the.
said?
It uses the.
What they say?
Someone said the heat is on.
The heat is on again.
Same guy.
Yes. Yes, the heat is
Wow.
on. I can't believe you got that. That is, in fact, the patch from the Heat is On. Wow.
Do
Okay.
we know who that is? Do we
Yes, we do.
know who source for?
Yes.
Who is it?
He is
Or is he not one?
long
Okay,
standing.
so you've got his info.
Yes. So congratulations on that. Okay, cool. Well, he is a machine. Yeah, I was trying to think. You know, there are other sounds. I mean, this is like, this sound was in a lot of, this is in that Tina Turner song as well. So many. We could do a whole, in fact, I think I do have a video on YouTube just going through all these famous tunes. All right. So there you go. A totally awesome Radical Christmas, available now and forever at totallyAwesomeRadicalChristmas.com. Thank you guys for joining us. I mean,
Thank you.
this was super, super, super fun. And
You want to say thank you, Drew?
Yes, thank you. We do appreciate
Yes.
the support. We already got a bunch of purchases tonight. That was awesome.
no, it's been a good time. And listen, Merry Christmas, everybody. You know, bring some 80s into your lives. Positivity, hope, optimism as we go into 2026. Own it, make it your own, and put this thing on to help get you in the vibe. That's what we wrote it for. Had a lot of fun making it. I hope you had a lot of fun listening to it. And yeah, and we will maybe mid-year. Mid-year they do a kind of thing like a Christmas in July. So maybe by Christmas in July we'll have some swag and merch and stuff. I actually have a blanket Laura Beth got me for Christmas, a giant blanket with the album cover on it. It's really cool. Thanks again to all the musicians. Go check them out. Go check out Jesse McGinty and Hayden Merringer and Calvin Turner and Mark Lettieri and Court Clement and Steve Patrick and the Smoking Section Horns and who else? Brian Kilgore on percussion. My buddy Jeff Falcone, whom I could not have done this record without him. Killed it. And my boy Draco here, first album he's ever played on. So
Really fun to do.
you buy it, you support him too. And get another musician out in the world, all right? Maybe we'll do live shows one day. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Fun
it
to do
would.
these live.
That'd be fun.
All right, everybody. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.